Hello, everybody, to All Things CAD. This channel will be dedicated to tricks, information, anything you might need as a beginner on different CAD platforms. Most of the videos going out upcoming soon are going to be focused on Fusion. This is Fusion 360. And today I'm just going to show you the basics, how to create a design, project, save things, as well as basic sketches and extrudes. So we'll hop right into it. Okay, so first, when you first open up Fusion, you'll be given this. Now, I don't know why my browse is glitched out. All right, so it popped up there as a multitude of different options. Usually I just click, there's a button in the bottom right that says cancel. Click cancel, it's going to pull you to this. This is an untitled, non-saved project. Now, in order to allocate this as a file onto your computer, you're going to go click this data panel. It looks like a little waffle. And you are going to have something like this, owned by me, with a bunch of different default. There's another project. These are some projects I work on. And as you see, you just click new project here. You edit the name. Mine obviously is All Things CAD. Now here, what you can do is when you save this, it's going to pull something up and you can name it. Let's call this one example 1, and you can choose the location. Mine is All Things CAD. If you click here, it's a drop down of all your different projects and things that you can save to. I'm going to click save. And up here, for a half second, it said example 1 with an asterisk. That means it's being saved. You don't want to change anything, close out. You want to wait until the check mark went up, and then now this little orange cube. So now you know it's safe. So now if you X out a Fusion, it's going to be saved exactly like this. And if I go back to the waffle, you can see, boom, example 1, it's blank because I haven't drawn anything. When I draw something and then save it and you go on there, you'll actually kind of can see a little thing. So to start, you kind of have an overload of information from the beginning on Fusion. And right now, you just need to focus on a few things. You really just need to focus on this create panel. More specifically, this create sketch. Now, this create sketch button allows you to create a 2D image. As you can see over here in the right hand corner, you can kind of see the direction that I'm looking, right? I'm looking down on the Z or Z axis here and the X axis here. And if I move around, you can't really see anything because I haven't done it, but there's a Y axis as well, right? So most people are typical to this XY axis, and then you also have the third one for 3D. So if I want to create a sketch, it's going to pull up this plane with the yellow being the Y, the red being the X, right? So if I want to draw something on the XY plane, I'm going to select this face between the X and the Y. And when I click on it, it will pull me. So now you can see in the right-hand corner where my mouse is, you can see that I'm looking at a more typical what you would expect to look at when you're looking at a graph, say in any maths class with an X and a Y axis. Now you get a new menu bar up here. Now that you're in your sketch, right? You have this big green finish sketch button for when you want to go back to 3D and when you're done with this element. Eventually, when you start creating objects, you're going to have multiple sketches in order to create multiple different parts of your object. And if you want to edit that specific part, you have to edit that sketch. That sketch is kind of the 2D structure around whatever little part of the machinery or whatever you're building in Fusion. So some basic ones here. You have a line. Mine is set to Zoom, just clicks, boom, I can just, create lines. And now that I've created a 3D shape, it kind of shades it in and you can see how it's boom, 2D. And now if you look while I'm hovering around on the top right, you can see that little box showing my orientation of if I go here and I think, wow, I need to go back to that front view, I can just navigate top view, arrow down to the front view, rotate it. That's the wrong way, this way. And I'm looking at it again, right? And if you are kind of stuck where now you don't want to start drawing more lines, you want to do something else, you can either click on something next, or you can just click escape and I'm back to my mouse. Now for me, my rotate button is my pressing down on my scroll on my mouse. If I click that and control, it doesn't do anything, but if I click that and shift, I can zoom in and out. So shift and scroll for me. Now it might be set slightly different on your computer, but that's what it is for me. Now I can also left click and drag and it selects it all. And if I right click, I have a bunch of different things that we don't really need to focus on right now, but I just like to do that. Delete, very simple. You also can now create a rectangle, a circle. This is a cool thing where now it kind of can draw curved shapes, right? Or you click create. And now this allows me to draw rectangles differently. I can do a 2-point rectangle where it just is like that. I can go create, and now I can do center rectangle where it pulls it out that way, right? I can do different circles with either points or tangents, or as you can see here, this C here and this R here and this L here designates that these are the ones I've selected to kind of be in my quick hotbar. I believe you can go to these 3 lines here and you could pin it to the toolbar. Now another cool feature is if I click S, it allows me to do sketch shortcuts. Now you won't have these 3 probably. You might. Some of my drawings you can pin these. So if I just click S, sometimes some more advanced things I don't have to look up for it. But if I click L, I can see all the different, I can see line. So if I click L and enter, I can click line. So if there's something that you are looking for and you can't find, just click S, you can search for it, extrude if I wanted to extrude it and I couldn't find it on here. That's another cool one. So that's a quick rundown. Let's do a few examples of how to finish your sketch. So let's say I want to draw a diameter circle from origin and see how it's highlighted this millimeter. Now without clicking, kind of dragging it around, I can go in and type 175 and click enter. And that's going to automatically set me diameter 175, right? So now I can say I just want to do a circle. I can finish the sketch. And I'm back to that first one. And as you can see, I have a 2D sketch. And if I wanted to, let's go to the front here. Say I wanted to create another sketch. I can create a sketch on this plane. And I can draw a circle that's also 175. And I can finish the sketch. And now I have these two sketches that are different from each other. Now say I want to save this. All I have to do is click this save button. If you hadn't already saved it yet, it asks you a place where to save it. But since I had already saved mine to my project, I can click this waffle, and now you can kind of see a little representation of my project. And so next time I want to go into CAD, I can click here, File, Open, and I'll be able to open this one. It'll be under my All Things CAD project. So that's it for this video. Next video, I'll be showing you guys how to extrude a sketch, which means basically make it 3D. I'll also be showing you guys some cool other tricks with extrude, as well as how to use the fillet, which is going to allow you to make curved objects, which is really interesting. So that's it for today. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe. I'll be having new videos out here shortly. And thank you very much for watching. I hope I was able to help you guys out today with your fusion.